Hi, boys and girls. We're going to go back to learning some more about money. Yesterday, we read about the penny, which is worth 1 cent. And when we write that on our marker board, it looks like this. 1, and we put a C with a slash through for the cent sign. 1 cent. We can even make that a little bit smaller there. 1 cent. Now, we are going to learn a little bit about the nickel, and I have a story to share. Just a little reminder, remember on the penny, it's made of copper and zinc. And here's one of my pennies, you can see. And it has Abraham Lincoln on the head side or the front side, and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. Now today we're going to be looking at the nickel. So I have this story called Nickels. It's a welcome books from Scholastic. Thank you, Scholastic, that we can read your books. It's written by Mary Hill. It's nonfiction, so it's going to have real facts about coins. It says nickels are coins. Nickels are made of nickel and copper. Nickel and copper are types of metal. Thomas Jefferson is on the front of the nickel. He was the 3rd president of the United States. Jefferson's house is on the back of the nickel. The house is called Monticello. A nickel is worth 5 pennies. 20 nickels make $1. Nickels are made by the United States Mint. The United States Mint is part of the government. Many people put their nickels in paper rolls. Each roll is worth $2, so there'd be 40 nickels in that roll. Many people take their rolls of nickels to the bank. They save their money in the bank so they can buy things later. And that's the end of our story. Now let's work with our nickels. So let me show you a big picture of a nickel. This one's a fake one, obviously. And you can see there's Thomas Jefferson, our 3rd president, and there's Monticello, his home, picture of his home there. And let's work with our nickels here. I laid in front of me enough to make a whole $1. And we can count these by fives because they're worth 5 cents. So let's write up here our value of a nickel. It's worth 5 cents. And there's our cent sign. So let's count these by fives. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, $1 or 100 cents. If I were going to make an exchange with pennies for a nickel, I would need 5 pennies or 5 cents to make a nickel. Now let's do some counting of money. Let's practice with our nickel. So if I just put 1 nickel there, of course, that would be 5 cents. If I put 2 there, I'd count by fives. 5, 10. That would be 10 cents. If I put 3, 5, 10, 15. So I change this to be 15 cents. Let's count a few more. Let's put 4 nickels there. 5, 10, 15, 20 cents. Let's put another one there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 cents. Now, what would happen if we combine nickels with pennies? Let's try that. So let's go ahead and put a nickel here, and let's put 3 pennies with it. Now, this is like counting on in math. We have to put the 5 in our head and count on by 1. So it'd be 5, 6, 7, 8, or 8 cents. We can try another one. Let's add a few more pennies here. Start with 5, putting 5 in our head. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cents. Let's try a couple more of those. Let's take some pennies away and let's count this one. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cents. What if we have 2 nickels and a couple pennies here? Now remember, we have to count the nickels by fives and count the ones afterwards. So we would count 5, 10, 11, 12 cents. Let's try another one of those. Add a couple more pennies in. Let's count this one. 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 cents. What if we had 3 nickels and a couple pennies? How would we count that one? We're going to count the nickels by 5s. 5, 10, 15. Now count them by 1s. 16, 17 cents. Let's try one more with another nickel and a couple more pennies. Now we're going to count the nickels by 5. 5, 10, 15, 20. Now count by 1s. 21, 22, 23, 24 cents. And let's do one more. Let's add a couple more nickels and a couple more pennies. Let's count this last one. Count the nickels by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Now count by 1s. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36 cents. You can get out some nickels and pennies and practice on your own. Also on IXL, there's some practice counting with money there. I hope you enjoyed learning about pennies and nickels today.